not exactly sure what's going on today, but I am caught up on the laundry other than I need to fold some, and there's a part of a load in the washer that was Noah's clothes. It's not a full load, but I'm probably gonna wash them anyway because it's almost a full load. So I'm gonna be doing that. I need to empty the dishwasher and reload it, and I need to take some chicken out of the freezer. Let me do that real quick because we're having Southwest chicken bake. Can y'all see me? Yeah, you can. You probably can't now, but we're having that for supper. Give me the chicken. And actually, I could have left this out yesterday, because yesterday is whenever we put all the chicken away that we had gotten from Sam's on Friday. Yesterday was Sunday, and we had it in the refrigerator. And anyway, it doesn't matter. We got it done. What's happening with this camera? I don't know. Maybe there's not enough lights on. Could be a lot of things, but this is freezing my hand, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna do the dishes while I'm talking to y'all. I'm gonna try to be loud enough because I am gonna be making noise. But anyway, we put the chicken away yesterday. Like, we divided it up, and then after we had done it, I said, Jeff, we were supposed to vacuum seal that. We didn't. Didn't happen. And so that's just the way it went. We just didn't. But I'm making the Southwest chicken tonight. Sorry if I'm shaking y'all because I'm opening that big heavy drawer. But I'm making that, and calm down. I just fed Daisy her dry food, and she's like, "Are you coming to get me?" She's looking at me like, "What are you doing? Why are you in my territory?" Oh, also I need to change my water cup, so I need to get the other one. Okay. I told Jeff that I need to find me a smaller water cup again, because I like having that much water ready, like this much water, 50 ounces. This thing is heavy. Well, it's not right this second because there's nothing in it. But it is heavy when it's full. Sorry. I make a lot of noises, don't I? Just a very noisy heifer. But yeah, I'm making the Southwest chicken bake. I'm gonna keep this out to do it in. That makes life easy. And I'm gonna be I can do that with y'all maybe, I don't know. But what else am I doing today? I don't even know. I emptied that because if I need to put any dry dishes that are not dry, I can put them in there. Now, I've been talking to y'all about my dishwasher not drying dishes. I actually took some things out this morning because I was using them. Well, I had been using the Cascade for, I don't know, several years. The Cascade dish detergent. Well, and I had also told y'all that I was going to I was gonna try making my own once we got moved and settled and everything. And before I remembered that, I purchased some. I ordered it on Amazon Prime Day. And anyway, back to the Cascade. I had been using it for a few years, and that was all I ever used because it worked well with my dishes. Well, I got a different brand that was on sale. I'll show it to you in a few minutes. I just don't want to touch it yet until I get these clean dishes out. And now I find that the only dishes that will have water on them are things that weren't tilted like this, and it's wet on the top because water stayed on it after it went through the cycle. That's pretty much the only thing that has water on it now. These don't have water. The cups and things like this, they don't have water on them. That's what I drink eggnog out of. And all the glass things, they don't have water on them unless you spill it from something else. So I'm thinking it was the detergent. I mean, that's got water on the top because it's got that little divot, but the inside is fine. But I don't want wetness to get anywhere. We have 2 of those, and whenever we have company come over, we make tea in both of them. So we have plenty for everybody. I'm gonna wait to put this up because you guys are right there where those go, so I'll put that up later. But yeah, these are dishes from, some from Saturday night, some from yesterday. And then we've got some, the rest of them are from this morning, other than a few from last night. The ones from last night are hand wash dishes. We'll turn y'all over here so y'all can see me. I don't know if y'all want to see me, but anyway, the rest from last night are hand wash dishes that I didn't wash. Nobody washed. And we had the steak sandwiches for supper, which were delicious, and I just put that in the wrong spot. I knew it as soon as I did it that it was in the wrong spot. I felt it. Yes, I'm that weird. I am that weird. So many of those were dirty. But the plans today are catch up with editing, get the dishes and clothes done, which I don't have many clothes to do because I did clothes over the weekend, and I did talk to y'all about me swapping my schedule around some, and like I wasn't doing clothes on weekends. I'm thinking maybe I just won't do them on Saturday, and I'll do one load on Sunday, at least one load on Sunday. That way I have just maybe 2 days off a week. I think that would be the best thing for me. Y'all turn back around. Alright, get that in there. And the things in here are like from what Noah had overnight, and then my breakfast and Jeff's breakfast. So there's not much in here. Now these things right here have to be hand washed. This has to be hand washed. The rest of it can go in here. So it's mostly just breakfast dishes, and I guess Noah's midnight snack, I don't have a clue. And I wasn't putting my French press in the dishwasher, but I started putting it in there because it's all stainless steel, so why not? And it's doing just fine. I just take that part apart, and then I put these on the top, which not everybody has a top rack. And if you don't, then I guess you have to figure out the best place for it in yours. But now I can wash up these other dishes in a minute. But I want to show you that detergent that we got. It's the Finish. I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong. But it's the Finish Powerball Quantum. Now I used to use Finish before, but it seems to, so far, not have to worry about the water being on it. The drying is better, plain and simple. I can't speak today or ever, so I may not be making my own because I don't want to have to deal with not having dry dishes. All right. So now, as we fill that up throughout the day, tonight before I go to bed, I can just turn it on. I'll wash those others in a few moments. I'm going to check the ice trays, and I'm going to see if I need to go ahead and fill those up, because no, I don't have enough space to empty all of them. I have plenty of ice, in other words. We still have not gotten the refrigerator hooked up. And honestly, I miss it because it's convenient to fill up my cup with ice, but I never used the water from like the drinking water, because it took so long to fill up. There was nothing wrong with the water. It had reverse osmosis water in it, but it just took forever to fill up. But Jeff is going to hook it up, but I told him, I said, that's not a priority. We've got the ice trays for right now. Let's not drive ourselves nuts trying to do things that don't have to be done right this minute. So we're not. And I'm still loving the water purifier, that one, the membrane solutions. I'm not sure if that's where I'm going to keep it or not. I really, after he gets done with that part, I want to put it over there on that, because we're going to move the microwave over here. So we'll see. But got the dishes done. I guess I need to fold those clothes and get that other load of clothes started washing. So I'll be right back. Okay, so you might not be able to see me very well, but I'm going to fold these clothes. I've got the other ones in the washer. And I did change where I was putting my little laundry cart. It is over here, and I put the potatoes over here in the floor. Let me show y'all. Alright, so the potatoes are now down there, and the laundry cart is over there. I can move it out still. I just don't want to today, because I don't know. I just don't want to. But I've gotten into the habit. I need to clean up my breakfast stuff, right? Yeah. I've gotten into the habit of throwing like napkins and socks and the dishcloths and microfiber cloths over there, and then I fold them right there, because that's just the way I do. Now, I do wash everything together, and I know some people are like, no, you're supposed to separate. If I separated, I would never wash the white clothes, because I would, but I'd run out before I got to wash them, or I'd have to wash a really tiny load, because most of our clothes are dark. And also, I don't use bleach. I don't use any of those things like that. So I just don't. And I don't. There's so much difference in detergents now that you just don't have to do that like you used to. So don't beat me up if you separate yours, because I don't. Oh, I turned that wrong side out. And I wash everything together, and it's fine. We never had a problem with any of it. There are some things that are, delicates and things like that. I don't wash them. Like if there's something that's one of those gentle wash things, which I don't have many of those because I don't like to wash those. I don't put those in, of course. And then like my hand wash stuff, of course, is washed separate because I hand wash it. But I don't have much of that because I don't like those kinds of things. Okay. Don't you just love it whenever you buy a garment that you don't know how to use? This is one of those sports leggings skirt things. I bought it back whenever I only wore dresses and skirts. And I did that for a while, not for religious reasons. I did it just because I wanted to. And I liked it until I got to the point where there were some things I just couldn't do. I still wore leggings, but I wore long like tunics and stuff over them. Like I'm wearing leggings today. But I did like that. Wearing dresses and stuff, it made me feel cute and all that, but honestly, y'all, when I was wearing dresses and skirts all the time, I gained more weight. I don't know why, but I did. I guess because, I don't really know, which my thyroid might have gotten worse at the time. I did have to go up on my thyroid medication, and I did find out I had insulin resistance not long after that, so I don't know. So it could be that I had nothing to do with that, but I did gain weight, which I know some people are super skinny. Or, no, I shouldn't say that, because skinny's not good. They're super healthy wearing dresses only. So, your attire does not make your body, like, expand or decline or whatever. And I will, later on, get Noah to separate these clothes into mine, his, and his daddy's. Because if I wash and dry and fold, somebody else can do that part. And then we put away our own clothes. I don't always say that, but today that's the way I feel. Some days I just do it myself. What I would really like to have, ideally, would be a place where that I could just put each of our clothes as I folded them, but I don't have that. I never have. That's not true. I did in one house. I did have that in one house. The one, not the one we lived in last, but the one before that. I did have a place that I could have done that, but at that point in time, I had never even thought about anything like that. That would have been great though. To go ahead and get off, at the time it was 4 of us, get all 4 of our clothes done. Today, I'll tell you about that in a minute though. Let me tell you about it in a minute. Let me get closer to you. Almost done with the ones over here. If I could stop turning them wrong side out. Throw this away. Okay, still got my water cup here. Hadn't filled it up yet. Hadn't put those bowls up yet either, but I will. All right, we'll get this open so I can put these things in here that go in here. But I think today, I'm not sure if Jeff's gonna do, which one he's gonna do. He's either gonna work on the butcher block thing again, because hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, back to what I was saying. He's either going to work on the butcher block thing for over there because it had bubbles in it, and he still has not taken the time to work on it because, you know, priorities. It was not one. It's becoming a priority though because we both want it done. We both want to get it done, and now it's like things are slowing down, and I mean, we've even had time to sit and watch movies together at night again, which we have not done that in 8-9 months. It's been a long time since Jeff and I have been able to do that. Noah, he doesn't really do that with us anymore. The kids used to watch movies with us, but you know, now he has his own thing. Of course, Lane has her own thing. She's in a whole different state, but you know, they get a certain age, they don't do that kind of stuff. But every once in a while, he'll watch a movie with us. In fact, there's one that he is going to watch with us. It's got Adam Sandler in it. But anyway, it's one of his new ones. I can't think of the name of it. But where was I at? Priorities. The butcher block. It is now becoming a priority because, one, we want to get the kitchen finished so I can have that space over there for the water thing and other things like that we want over there, and I can have that whole space over there for workstation for when I'm cooking and stuff, because I don't like having, like, whenever we're doing meat and stuff, like we are separating chicken or cutting up the beef or whatever, I don't like doing that over here where my sugar and everything is, because it just grosses me out, and then I have to wash everything down. But over there I would have nothing like that. It would just be a workstation. Yes, my sink is right there, but it's part of the workstation, right? And you gotta clean it all the time anyway. So it's becoming a priority, but it wasn't a priority before. I'm putting these socks over here, turning off lights. I'm putting the napkins over here. So he may do that, or he may help me with the office. One way or another, the office, he's gonna help me with that some this week. Sit y'all down gently, and then just jar y'all around because I can't do things gently with this tripod. But anyway, we may do the office or we may do the butcher block. One way or another, we're doing one or the other today, and then probably tomorrow the other one, because the office, it's got me like at a roadblock. I'm at this place where I don't know what to do. I don't know where to put what. My mind, every time I walk in there, it's so chaotic because of all the stuff in there that I don't know where to put what. Kind of the way the house was in the beginning whenever we first moved in the house. Well, now we've gotten every other room pretty much figured out, or at least we have a plan for it, some sort of idea of what we want. But the office was the last place, and since it's technically my area, that's the way Jeff and Noah see it, I have to make the decisions. I don't want to make the decisions. So I asked Jeff, I said, can you help me? I gotta put some of this stuff on my lips. They're so dry. I know y'all can see that, but it's red. But I don't care. Anyway, it's got a little color on it. We don't care. Anyways, oh, that feels better already. Wow. I'm off on rabbit trails today. I've been doing that since I woke up. Even when I was talking to Jeff on the phone earlier, I was that way. But we want to work on the office. We want to get the butcher block done. The butcher block would affect the whole entire family. So I think that's priority. Then the office would be second priority. But I'm going to ask Jeff what he wants to do, because I don't know. Honestly, I think the butcher block would be easiest, but it's not going to be finished today because he's got to put another layer of epoxy on it, and then he's got to let it dry. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I will do that meal with y'all. I know I've done it not long ago with y'all, but I'll do it again, or I might just decide to do something completely different. with the chicken that I took out. I don't know, because honestly I kind of don't want the Southwest chicken bite or chicken pack, whatever. It used to be Southwest chicken packets, and it still will be if we take it to, like, if we cook it on the grill, or if we cook it whenever we're camping or something. It'll still be packet form, but in the house it's much easier as a casserole. But in a way I don't want that, but only because I don't want the spicy of it, because we've had some not super spicy things lately. That's one reason why we had the salad last night, and I know we had steak on it and it had seasoning on it, but one reason we had salad last night was because we wanted something light and simple, and that was good. That was such a good salad. But I don't know, either way I'll cook with y'all after a while. But until then, I'm going to be editing, catching up on videos, and that's about it, because I don't really have any chores I need to do until those clothes get finished washing, and then I'm just going to throw them in the dryer. And since they're mostly Noah's clothes, I'll probably just tell him he needs to fold them. He usually washes his own, but since I already had a few clothes, I said just throw them in there, we'll just throw them together. He's real good about doing stuff himself. Why am I always explaining that? I think because sometimes people have the misconception whenever you have an adult child at home, sometimes they don't do anything because they're still at home. But y'all, as much as it costs to live by yourself now, why would you make your kid live out? I mean, rent for a hut is about $1,500 a month. I mean, our first place was $100. It was a hut. I loved it though, because it was our first house. But anyway, I'm a hush, and I'll be back whenever I start cooking, or whenever Jeff starts doing the other thing. I don't know which one, but I would like to show you guys why he needs to redo this, because I don't remember if I've told you. Now honestly, in my opinion, I love it. I don't think it needs to be redone, but Jeff is the one who is doing it. He thinks it needs to be redone, so I mean, I think it's beautiful. So I'll show y'all that if he does that. If otherwise, if we do the, okay, if we do the butcher block, I'll show you that. If we do the office, I'll show you that. There we go. I'll be back. Okay guys, my hair's up, so that means it's cooking time. And I want to talk to y'all before I actually got started cooking. I am making the Southwest chicken bake. Kind of. But I'm changing a little bit because I want to. I mean, we can do things like that, right? One reason I'm changing it just occurred. It was not on purpose. I had already decided to do it a little bit different anyway. But whenever I grabbed the cans of beans, because I always put black beans, and I've started putting pinto beans in. Well, instead of black beans, I grabbed kidney beans, had already washed them and popped the top before I even noticed. And I'm like, that's not a black bean. So we're having kidney beans with it too. But that's okay. We're going to have 3 beans instead of 2. I don't mind that. And we're using thighs instead of chicken breast this time. And I'm not going by the actual recipe. I'm just putting what I think sounds good today, and we're gonna go from there. That's just the way I'm doing it. Jeff is on his way home from work. I talked to him a little while ago. He went by the other house to check, make sure everything was okay, and everything's fine. We go by there a few times a week just to make sure, because we still have to do some things before we can sell it. When Noah got up, he swapped the clothes over because I had totally forgotten to do it. I got immersed in another book. If I keep going like I'm doing right now, I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna finish all the books.
But I'm over here right now cutting up the bell pepper that I had left, which was, I had used maybe this much off of a bell pepper. Jeff might be here. There's dogs are barking at something. And then I cut up a fairly small onion. So I've got that, and I've got it cut into small pieces. So what I have here is, it was 5 chicken thighs that I cut into bite-sized pieces, and then the onion, the bell pepper. I've got 1 can of black beans, 1 can of kidney beans, whoops, and 1 can of the what did I call them? Pinto beans. I've got probably a cup of salsa. Not sure if it's a cup or not. I need to look and see if I need to buy some more salsa, because that's one thing we do not have a big stock of, and we do eat it. I mean, we just opened this jar, so we need to make sure we've got plenty, because salsa's good and it's good for you. It's like just all vegetables. Unless, you know, well, tomatoes are fruit. Okay. Anyways, and then I've decided to use minute rice because I have it. So I'm going to use some minute rice for this as well. Let's see. Is that all I've got? And seasoning. And a can of corn. Y'all, it's so good. Alright, I'm going to set this knife right here in case I need it. And I'm going to get the camera turned down here so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to wash my hands before and after I touch the camera. I don't want to get onion on the camera, and I don't want to get anything else on the food. I don't know. I'm weird. I also left this open. Alright, I'm going to get y'all turned down here so y'all can see this. Alright, maybe you can. Let's focus on this. Let's move this over and focus on this. That's what we need to focus on. I'm going to go ahead and put the onion and bell pepper in there. And I do have that sprayed with some avocado oil. Then I'm going to put in the chicken, all of the salsa, and I'm going to put a little bit of water in there to get all that out. We're going to need some water to cook the rice anyway. Get all the yummy out, right? Alright, and there's the pinto beans with the juice. Same with the other 2 beans and the corn. I normally don't put this in. It's kind of like almost like a baked chicken chili, isn't it? Let's not tell anybody. We're not putting just chili though. We're putting taco seasoning and rice. Alright, and then the corn. And then I'm going to put in a cup of rice. Now this is the minute rice, so it does not take as long to cook, and you don't have to have as much liquid. So that's a cup. So that'll be about 2 cups of rice once it's done. I don't want to put too much rice because I don't want it to be just rice, you know, but I do want that as something that's yummy and a filler, I guess you could say. Alright. Oh, sorry, that was loud. Forgot to get my tablespoon. Then I'm going to do what would be equivalent to, I would say 1.5 packets of, well, let's just see what 3. This would be equivalent to 1 packet of taco seasoning. That 3 tablespoons is 1 packet. That might be enough. Let me stir this up. Put that seasoning way back there. Let me stir it. Just to see if I like it like this, like if I think it's enough. Because we do have the what do you call that stuff? Salsa in there. So I think it'll be fine. And then before we eat it, I'm going to put some cheese, pepper jack cheese on it and let it melt. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I'm not going to put any more seasoning, but I do want to make sure it's all like mixed up together. I think it's going to be really good. So I'm going to put some foil over the top and let it bake probably 45 minutes to an hour, because the rice will not take as long, and that's why the parboiled rice is a little bit easier to use, and that'll give the chicken and the other vegetables that are not cooked time to get cooked. And since we're using the canned beans, it'll be so much easier. So let me get that wrapped. Oh, that was loud, sorry. I don't know how well y'all can see this because it's kind of dark over here in this corner. We are still trying to figure out what kind of lights to put under the bar. I guess that was just a vehicle riding by and not Jeff. Alright, in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Wow, that's so dark. It got really dark when I put that foil on it, didn't it? Alright, put it in the oven and I'll be back. Okay, it's going to be kind of hard to show you things, but this right here is one of the things that Jeff has a problem with. There's a little bubble there, and there's other bubbles like that in other places. Let's see if I can get close enough that y'all can see it. Nope, yep, okay. And then on the edge, like right in here, it's not picking it up very well. There's like little bubbles right there, and then on the edge here it just didn't cover for some reason like the rest of it did, and it kind of feels rough and like, ow, I didn't know it had sticky burrs in it. It needs some sanding, I guess. So anyway, it feels rough. It does not feel like this. This is all smooth, but he wants to get those air bubbles out, get it all smooth, and get it all covered properly. Like right here, let me see if I can get it to focus. Maybe change the, ooh, I did the wrong thing. Change the brightness. There, that's showing a little bit better. But you can see right there where it's got the bubbles all in there. Okay, there's lots of cows right here. But you can see right there how it looks rough on the edges and everything. So that's what he wants to do. So I'm going to just let the camera go and y'all can see what he's doing. He's going to sand it. He's learned how to do it the proper way. He's going to sand it, and then what? You tell him what you're going to do. I'm going to set the camera up. Just going to sand it? Are you going to do anything else tonight? You don't know if you'll be able to? Alright, so tonight he's just going to sand it. And most likely, the cows are going to keep us company. But most likely after he sands it, he won't have time to do anything else. But whenever he starts to apply the next part of epoxy, he's going to do that in the house, not out here. So let me get the camera restarted so that I can edit it properly for you guys.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning. welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, the call of the dove, the red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn. The dogs will be howling in the early morning light. All are happy to be out in the ending of the night, welcome of the dawn. The nights are turning colder, soon the falling of the frost. Soon the summer will be over, you feel the change is closer at the welcome of the dawn. The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. Though the warm days are over, they are not forever gone. Like the dust brings the night, the summer brings the fall. It won't be long till harvest comes, morning brings the welcome of the dawn. Daylight is calling, welcome of the dawn.
Alright, so what he's doing now is he's wiping it down with the alcohol, getting all the dust off, and what else does that do?
Dust off.
Just gets the dust off
Cleans it.
and cleans it. So this is still there and it's more prominent now. Like, it's smooth, but you can see where the flaw is. So is that going to come out? Or are you going to, you said you're going to sand it more or something, or what? I don't know what he's doing. But now it's not so shiny. Still pretty, but not as shiny. But he said he's going to have to let this dry. And then what after it dries? I thought you're supposed to go in circles.
Or the grain of the wood.
Oh, with the grain of the wood. Not right there or not? I know you didn't hit it. I was joking. Well, that almost made it go away. So whenever you put the epoxy on, there might still be a little dot there, but I don't care.
Dot there, dot there.
Quit seeing all the flaws, Jeffrey. It doesn't matter. Oh, look where my hand was and stuff.
Ain't no flaws.
That's what you act like. I could have just used it like it was if it hadn't have been scary on the side where it scratched me. Tried to bite me. I could have used it like that anyway. Anyway, he's going to let this dry, and then maybe tomorrow put the epoxy on. But he's going to do it probably in our bedroom. He'll set himself up a place to do it. The epoxy has no smell. And we did it in the house before. And we definitely don't want to do it outside because bugs would definitely get on it. Why am I saying definitely so much? I'm definitely driving myself crazy. Anyway, he's going to finish up a little bit more spots, a little more touch-up spots for the sanding. He's going to wipe it down with the alcohol, and then are you going to go ahead and bring it inside tonight? Just going to leave it in the shed? Okay. So, that's all he's going to do with it, though. What you see. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work because y'all are sitting on a package of
raisin bread because I did not put the tripod back on after I changed the battery. But it's been an hour and a half, and this is what it looks like right now. And I have shredded 1 8-ounce block of pepper jack cheese, but then I had about another ounce that was just in there that I went ahead and shredded it too. So it's about 9 ounces. You don't have to do but 8, but I didn't want to just let that sit there. I don't like opening something when I already have something opened, so I want to use the oldest first. So I just went ahead and just chose to do all of it. It's not that big of a deal. We love pepper jack cheese, and there it is. So I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to put it in here to melt just however long it takes to melt. And honestly, I'm thinking that my oven, oh, that was loud, may not be calibrated right or something, because I don't know if it's at 350, because it should not have taken an hour and a half for this to cook. But then again, I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm going to wash my hands, get the cheese off. But either way, it's cooked, and I had started it a little bit earlier than what I had needed to anyway, and I'm really glad I did. So I'm going to put it back in, and I'll show it to you once it gets done. And the last 10 minutes I did take the, wow, my hair's gone wilder than wild. I did take the aluminum foil off. So I'll be back when it's melted. My face is red from that heat. Okay, so this is immediately after I took it out of the oven, and I'm pretty sure it's going to taste very similar to what I normally make. It's just got the beans in it and the rice, and I think I've done it with rice before, but I'm not going to do a taste test because I think what I'm going to do is just let it sit here and cool off for a few minutes, let it all sit there, and I'm going to go run and take a quick shower because I want to be able to enjoy this without feeling like it's lava on my tongue because it's so hot. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be good, and I will try to remember to let you know if it is any different than what I normally do or how much different it is tomorrow. Okay, so Jeff just got his shower. Is that what we're going to do now? Always a thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up.
He needs a haircut again. I think that's what he's telling me. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. Wow, my face is red from the heat from the oven. I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing because I really do want to know. If you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.